Hi everyone, today I'm doing a revision with one of my Sec 2 G2 student. Okay, we're going to focus on the first thing, which is graphs. Would that be okay? All right, you can look at my screen. Now, the other questions I'm not going to focus too much. I'm going to focus on graphs. I'm going to focus on linear equations. Would that be okay? Now, the first thing that you can see in this question, right, it says what? The fun times theme park has several ticketing options, right? And they say that the ticket pricing and average number of daily visitors to the park is shown. So they're telling you, okay, weekday you will see 6x plus 4y, but nobody communicates in that. You get what I'm trying to say? And nobody says, hey, today I have 6x plus 4y. So your job is to later find out what is x and what is y. Make sense? Okay, weekend, we know it's 15x minus y. Make sense? Now, keyword over here says what? It is given that there are 480 daily visitors on a weekday. Can see? And 540 daily visitors on a weekend. So your job is to form an equation. You get what I'm trying to say? Which is 6x plus 4y equals to how much? 480. Do you know why? Do you know why is it 480? Do you know why is this equation this equation? Are you able to see why? Yeah. Which one? Yes, very good, because of this. Does it make sense to you? Then the second part, again, as you can see over here, 540, right? So 15x minus y is equals to 540. Are you understanding? And that's it. That is the first part. Do you agree or disagree? Nothing else to do. I know the answers are here, okay? But yeah, we don't really care about those. Make sense? Now, the moment you're done with forming the equation, the next thing you want to do is to answer the question. The question says, use the equation to find the cost of a ticket on a weekday and weekend. You get what I'm trying to say? So what do you think is the cost of a ticket on a weekday? Can you see it's y minus x? So you don't know what's y, right? You don't have the value of y. You get what I'm trying to say? You also don't have the value of x. Am I making sense? So your job is to really use what we call elimination. I say this again, it's either elim or sub or graph. But in this situation, got graph or not? No graph cannot use graph. You understand what I'm saying? All right, later you will see graph. So which one are we going to use? We're going to use elim. Now, my question to you is, how do you use elimination? Do you recall? You can look at my screen now. I'm just going to guide you once, okay? All right, this is number one, the first equation. This is the second equation. Your job is to make either x the same or y the same. Which one do you think can be made the same? Is it x or is it y? Huh? X? Yes, very good, because both is class, right? But this morning I had class with Anushka. I told her, right, Anushka, you focus, right, on making the one that is easiest. Like y can be made into 4y, right? True. You just have to times minus 4. That's it. Think about it. You know why? Minus y times minus 4. Minus and minus becomes? Yeah. Isn't this 4y? Okay, this is one of the possibility. Now, maybe some of you will find this super confusing, right? So perfectly fine if you want to make x the same. I'm perfectly fine with that. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm just giving you an alternative. Is that okay? All right. If you want to make x the same, how is 6 and 15 going to be the same? 6, 12, 18. You realize 6 has a multiple until 30, right? 15 also has it until 30. So it's better this way. I know you are probably thinking of times 15 over here, times 15. A bit too big are the numbers. You know what? Okay, very good. Very good. Then you times 5 here, times 5 here, and times 5 here. Are you with me or not with me? Then you times 3 here, you times 3 here, you times... Oh, sorry, I apologize. You see, you never correct me. Yeah. Okay? Can I understand or don't understand? Okay, so these are some of the things that you need to remember. Is that okay? Just for us to refresh our memory, yeah? Are you okay with that? You understand? Okay? Got it? Okay, so what are you gonna do now? You have your new equation, right? What is your new equation? 30x, very good, plus 20y equals to 2,400. Awesome. All right. And you must call this your equation number 3. Does it make sense to you? And then for the other one, right? Are you with me? You can look at my screen. Huh? The other one is just 30x minus away 2y equals to 540 minus 2. That becomes how much? Wait, 30x minus 2y equals to 540 times 2. That becomes 1,080. Agree or disagree? That is equation number 4. Can you see how my equation evolved from equation number 1 to equation number 2? Does it make sense to you? All right, of course, elim, right? We are trying to eliminate over here, right? So when you want to elim over here, what happens? 30 minus 30, that becomes nothing, right? 20, very good. 22y equals to 2,400 minus away. Can you help me with the calculations? 22y equals to 2,400 minus away, 1,080. Can you understand or not understand? All right, you get to 1,320. Make sense or don't make sense? Y equals to, how do you get from 22y to y? You divide by 22. Make sense or don't make sense? All right, then you divide by 22 as well. Agree or disagree? Sorry, say again. 1,320 divided by 22, that gets me to 60. Agree or disagree? Okay, so y is equals to 60. Make sense? So the moment you have y equals to 60, you can say sub y equals to 60 into the equation to find what? To find x. Agree or disagree? Right? Why am I trying to find x? Why do I need to find x? Why do I need to find x?
So you can find the
Why do you need to find x? Very good. You get what I'm trying to say? You get where I'm coming? Yeah, because now nobody, the whole theme park, the boss of the theme park entrusted you to find out. The boss of the theme park, I don't know if I've been chilling for the past 6 years, you know. I forgot how much is it already. You get what I'm trying to say? But now you came in and say, okay, I'm gonna help you to find out. You get what I'm trying to say? To find x. What is x? Well, how do you sub? You're gonna sub into which equation? I tell my students to find the easiest equation. Which is the easiest equation in this situation? 4. Equation number 4, is it? Okay, so if it's equation number 4, I agree with you. You're just going to say, you're gonna say 30x minus away 20 bracket. Sorry, not 20. I meant 2. Sorry. 4 is correct. 2 bracket 60. Can you understand? Equals to 1,080. Can you understand or don't understand? Okay, now from here itself, what happens now is obviously you're going to rewrite something else. Okay, what is it that you're going to rewrite? You're going to say, you're going to continue from here. You're going to say 30x minus away 120 equals to 1,080. Are you understanding or not understanding? Are you understanding? Good. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring the 120 over, okay? Can you speak as you write? 30x equals to how much? Let me know. Okay, so good. So x is equals to 1,200 divided by 30. Of course, we cancel the zeros and the zeros, correct? Now, that gets me to x equals to 40. Does it make sense to you? All right, so in this situation, we know x is 40, we know y is 60, so we know what to do, right? The question wants us to find what? What did the question want us to find? Did the question just say that, oh, weekday is actually x? No, right? The question did not. Am I making sense? All right, so the question wants us to find something called weekday, right? Agree or disagree? All right, so weekday is actually equals to 60 minus 40. Make sense? Why? Because weekday, what did they say about weekday? Weekday is what? Y minus x. Make sense or don't make sense? All right, so that becomes how much? That becomes 60 minus 40, okay, and that equals to 20. Does it make sense to you? Okay, now, of course, more importantly, once we are done, we are going to now find weekend. Okay, we're going to find weekend, and weekend, again, weekend, we can see is x minus 5, so we write down x minus 5 first, and then we're going to sub x, which is 40, 40 minus 5. That gets me to an answer of $35, and that is my answer for this question. Now, the next question says, a family of 5 plans to visit the theme park on 2 days of the school holidays, Friday and Saturday. So they have already decided on the day. You get what I'm trying to say? All right, so they will either choose Friday or they will choose Saturday. Does it make sense to you? All right, and it's a family of how many people? 5, right? they can either buy single entry ticket, that means basically just buy 5 altogether, right? Packages, or a combination of both of the 2 days. Keyword is which one will be the most value for money. Value for money basically in this sense means what? The cheapest now. True? Which one do you think is best? Let's work it out, okay? If it's single entry, yeah, I'll work it out for you for single entry, can? Then you will do the packages, can? Then you also do the value pack, can? Single entry, how much is that going to be? Remember just now we say Friday and Saturday? Friday and Saturday, Friday is considered a weekday, right? Friday is a weekday. Correct. So $20, what are we gonna do? $20 per person, right? We're gonna times 5, which is equals to $100. You get what I'm trying to say? This is for Friday. True? Now, in fact, what I would prefer you to do is to list it down. What do I mean by that? What is gonna happen is that you're going to write down Friday over here, and then you're gonna write down Saturday over here. True? Okay, then on this side, right, you're going to write down that this is the single entry ticket. I'll just put SET, can? Okay, what is going to happen is that we are going to have, like I said, $20 with times, 5 people in total, right? Okay, let me just extend the table. Can you understand this way of doing? All right, because I'm trying to compare. Make sense or don't make sense? All right, I'm trying to see which one is cheaper. Okay, times 5 people, that gets me to $100. And then after that, how much does it cost for you to go on a Saturday? I'm sure it's more expensive. How much? 35, huh? Okay, 35 times 5, that gets me to an answer of how much? 35 times 5, we do 35 times 5, we get to an answer of how much? $100 and $175. Am I making sense? This is if you were to go for a single entry, okay? Now, so if this person go with packages, I just put pack, can? Okay, what is a buddy pack? It's either a buddy pack or a value pack. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. 2 weekday tickets means for 2 person, right? So in this situation, how many people are there? 5, right? 5 of them, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Times 3.
You see, they say buy single entry tickets, packages, or a combination of both for the 2 days. What does that mean to you? What does it mean to say or a combination of both for the 2 days?
It's just the value pack.
So in terms of the pack, right? The body pack, let's try the body pack first, okay? If we were to talk about the body pack, right? How is it going to be? All 5 of them going on a Friday. Did they say just Friday or Saturday? No, they say, and you get what I'm trying to say? All right, so the body pack is going to look like that. You see, for the body pack, right? For the body pack, right? 2 weekday tickets is $37, right? How many do I need? Okay, I need 6. So if 2 is for 2 tickets, it's for how much? 37, right? How many do I need? I need at least 6. You get what I'm trying to say? All right, then I have one extra. Maybe I gift it to somebody else. You get what I'm trying to say? 111, okay? That's for Friday. For Saturday? For Saturday, how much is it going to be? There's nothing like that, right? So you still have to go with the 35 times 5. Can you understand or don't understand? Which is equals to 175. Make sense? Okay, more importantly, I think let's add a total column over here. So at least you know what is the total. Make sense? All right, the first one, this is actually 275, right? True? All right, the other one is 111 plus 175. That is actually 286. Make sense or don't make sense? Okay, now, last but not least, we go for our value pack. Agree or disagree? All right, in fact, I put pack and then I put value, can? Okay, well, I would say maybe the value pack is the most value for money. Is that okay? All right, the value one. So over here, 2 weekday tickets. Okay, two tickets for how much? Oh, they say, no, they never say, okay, how many do you need? Huh? Okay, for this is a bit special. You know why is it special? Because it's a combination. Can you see it? All right, so you are going to go with 2, or it's $100 anyways. But enough? Is it enough? Why? Because 2 weekday tickets. Correct. 2 weekdays plus 4 weekend. 4 weekend is enough, right? This is how much? This is going to be $100, right? Then not enough, what, right? You still need another 2 weekday, right? Wow, like that you buy a lot of tickets, True? Oh no, actually no need what. You can then after you can just buy individual. You can just go single entry. True? 2 weekday. I say this again. I'm just gonna write this down for you, okay? 2 weekday. Can you see 2 weekday? How much? I also get 4 weekend, right? How much does that cost? How much does that cost? $100. Agree or disagree? All right. So now what is going to happen is we are also going to write down the other one. What is the other thing that you're going to find? 2 weekday. You also have. You need how many more? You need 3 weekday. Agree or disagree? And correct. And this 3 weekday is how much? $60. You know why? Because 20 times 3. And you need 1 weekend. $35. Okay, so you add everything up together. If you add everything up together, how much is it going to cost? $100, $195 over here. Actually, this one is still what? More value for money. Can you understand or don't understand? All right, so that's the reason why your answer for this has to be pack and value pack, basically. Okay? All right. Now, in the first question, right? I guess what I want to tell you is this. You obviously can find A and B very easily. Do you recall? Maybe just to refresh your memory. All you need to do to find A and B, you tell me, is to sub the values in, right? To sub 1 into x. Make sense? Y equals to 2 bracket 1 minus 3. Make sense? Y is equals to 2 minus 3. No need. Well, you can if you want to, right? Sub x, no, equals to 1 into the equation. Yes. All right, because this is a graph question. That one is what? Linear equation, right? Okay, so you know that A is actually equals to -1. Does that make sense to you? For this itself, you just have to, can you write down? Can you write this down together with us? 3 minus 3. All right, y is equals to 6 minus 3. You get what I'm trying to say? Y is equals to 3. Okay, so this is 3. Does that make sense to you? -1 and 3. These are all very simple stuff, huh? This one you can understand, right? Okay, yeah, that's it. Now, next question. Now, what did the question say?
4 straight lines on L1, L2, L3, and L4 have been drawn on the grid below. On the same grid, plot the graph of y equals 2x minus 3.
Now, let me break this down, okay? What does it really mean when we say y equals to 2x minus 3? First thing first, 2 is what? The gradient. Agree or disagree? -3 is what? The y-intercept. Can you understand? Now, I'm going to teach you how can you use your equation to draw a line. Am I making sense? How can you use your equation to draw a line? What do I mean by that? Let me explain to you. This 2 over here means gradient, right? When you see y equals to 2x, right? It basically means 2 over 1x minus 3 over 1. Okay, in fact, the 3 over 1 not necessary, it's 2 over 1. So remember, gradient means what? We always talk about gradient being what? Rise over run. Right? So if it's 2 over 1 means I need to go to 3. Can you see 3 over here? Why is it 3? Because 3 is the... Oh, wait, sorry. Well, yeah, 3 is the what? The what? Tell me. The y-intercept. You get where I'm coming from? You get what I'm trying to say? Can you understand? What is the y-intercept? -3 or 3? Very good. The y-intercept is -3. Go to -3. All right, all the way here. Sorry, I kind of missed it. I only looked at the 3. I apologize for that. Okay, you go to your y-intercept, which is here, right? Then you ask yourself, is it going to be a positive gradient or negative gradient? It's a positive gradient. Agree or not? Why is it a positive gradient?
Positive.
Huh?
2.
Mm-hmm. Rise 2 times. 1, 2. Run 1 time. 1. You understand? That is the next coordinate. Are you understanding? Teacher, so why do I need this? If you don't have this, how to draw a line? So I see, if you don't have this, a lot of students tell me, teacher, I don't know where to put my ruler. Should I put my ruler like that? Or like that? Because I have no other points to connect, right? That's why we need the gradient. Rise 2 times, go 1 time. Rise 2 times, run 1 time. Right? You get what I'm trying to say? And I can confidently say it's like that because it is a positive gradient. You get where I'm coming from? All right. So what is going to happen now is, of course, you can continue with this. You can see, you see, rise. Sorry, I'm just going to rise what? Rise 2 times 1, 2. I run 1 time. Right? That is the next one. Can you understand or don't understand? Can you understand or don't understand? All right, that is. Yeah, you must erase it. You must erase it.
To do all the way.
No, just 4, 5 points. Wait, 1, you can see? How do you know? Wait. Look at this. 1, 2, right? Then why when you run 1 time, you jump 2 boxes? Yes, you understand that? So then, over here, you can see obviously, right? You run 2 times, 1, 2, you jump, right? It's basically this part over here. Does it make sense to you? All right. So then what you want to do is you want to connect the dots. You want to connect the dots. You can see how I did it. Chloe, if you're watching this is for you. Sorry, wait, I changed color. How did I change color? Sorry. It does, why? Okay, so you have to tilt a bit lah. You understand what I'm saying lah? You have to tilt this a bit. That means you're this. No, can what? But that means you're this one wrong already. Why is this not on 3? You have to draw here. It's on 3. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So you draw and then you connect like that. Can you see that? Can you see mine? Okay. So that's how you would draw if they give you just equation. You see, now that we drew the line, right? The question says what? State the line with a negative gradient. Which one is a negative gradient? Always remember negative gradient, it looks like what? I'm just going to list down the 4. You see, the first one is like that. Like that. Like that. And like that. Let's go one by one. Okay. We have to understand what are these. You get what I'm trying to say? All right. You have to understand what are these. The first one is called 0. Very good. You get where I'm coming from? All right. This is called a 0 gradient. This one is called a positive one. All right. Imagine my staircase. All right. This is called negative. You're coming down the slope. Woo! You get what I'm trying to say? This one is called undefined. Are you understanding or not understanding? The question wants us in the later part of the question wants us. Just now we have one that is like that, right? Right? I don't have it because I erased it away. But over here, which one do you think is the negative gradient? Is it obvious to you? Which one is negative gradient? L what? L4 and L1. All right, and that is absolutely correct. Can you understand or don't understand? Okay, so yeah, you have to write down that. What did the question say? The line, right? L4, L1. Agree or disagree? Can you understand? Now, so now we know that they also want us to find the gradient of line number 3. Once you're done, which one is line number 3? Can you see line number 3? Where's line number 3? Oh, it's here. Yeah. What is the gradient? Very good. You cannot put undefined. It's not. Undefined is straight. Understand? Vertical. You understand? Okay, next one. Explain how you use, read for me, the 2 graphs in B to find a solution that satisfies the 2 graphs in B.
2 graphs in B to find.
So this question, you go back here. I'm just going to draw the 2y minus 3 first, okay? 2y minus 3, obviously start from my, right? Next point is what? Can you tell me? 1, 1, right? Next point is what? 2, 1. Last point is what? 3, what? 3, 3. Okay, I trust yours. What does it mean when they say satisfy? They want you to use 2 things. First one is the green one. Second one is the white one. They want you to use these 2. Okay, white is a very bad color choice. I apologize. Okay, I use orange. Can you see that? This green one has an equation. You must always remember to write down y equals to 2x minus 3. How are you going to satisfy this? Very simple. All you need to understand, right, is basically find the intersection point. Where do they intersect? This point. Why? Because remember, we talk about how can we solve a linear equation. We can use either simultaneous. True? Okay, do you know what is the meaning of find a solution that satisfies the equations? You know what it means? It means, are you able to find the value of x and y? How do we solve a simultaneous equation? There are 3 ways to do it. First one, eliminate. Second one, substitution method, right? Third one is called graphical. Understand? The moment you come to a graph question, it's always about. And when it comes to graphical, you always find the intersection point. Whatever that intersects is the answer. What do you think that is intersecting? This point over here. Can you see that? Can you see that point? Make sense? It's okay. It's fine. So yeah, you just use whatever numbers that you have. It's where? Where is it? Tell me. Whatever you can find first. Can you find my y first?
It's y is
1 point something. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? True? You must.
oh, so
It's above where? It's 1.2, then 1.4, right? So it's 1.3. You understand? Can you mark out the 1.3? Mark out your 1.3. Okay? Mark out 1.3, yeah? Can? After you marked out 1.3, you must also mark out your x. Where's the point that they both met? You get where I'm coming from? How do you explain this? Now that we know the two values, right? What are the two values? Can you read out for me? X is equals to how much? Y equals to how much? That's the point where they both meet. You get what I'm trying to say? Right? You remember simultaneous equation, when we do substitution and elimination, we also find x and y, right? Do you know that? So here it's also same x and y, but you don't need to do elimination and substitution. You just find the intersection point. What's x?
x is 2.1.
Y?
Y is 1.3.
You understand or don't understand? Okay, so how are you gonna explain? How to use the two graphs in B to find a solution and satisfy? You just say, I would find the intersection point. Can you understand or don't understand? Of what? Line L1 and y equals to 2x minus 3. Are you understanding or not understanding? Okay, I'll just basically find the intersection point. That is the whole idea of using graphical method. You should have it in your cheat code book. Can? You see, literally we have it written over here. You read out. Want to go a little further? You say from the graph, right? What do you say? X equals to 2.1 and y equals to 1.3. Can you understand or don't understand? All right, and that's how you would do a question like this. From
Write down the expression, area of a square. Write down the expression for the area of the chocolate square, not drawn to scale. Shown. Expand and simplify the expression.
And this is a square, right? All sides are equal, very good. So you want to quickly jump into writing down this first. You get where I'm coming from? Right? Because all sides are the same one, right? So we might as well just put in some values, right? And values are the most important. Imagine today you buy this packet of Lay's. And you have no idea what's the value, then this becomes what? Either very expensive or worthless. True. So if your square does not have anything, it's very confusing. Like, okay, what am I supposed to do? You get what I'm trying to say? Jane did not learn math in the Bear Academy. So she don't know how to find area of square. She say, I think it's like that. Length times length. But she's correct, huh? But you see, when she did the, yeah. So you want to circle the error. What do you think is the error? Over here. She's correct though to say that it's x plus 5 squared.
The second part.
The second part is wrong. You get what I'm trying to say? This is correct. All right. This one is also wrong. The last one is also wrong. Does it make sense to you? All right. So now, if you have circled her error, can we correct her?
Yes.
Mei Ling.
Oh.
Sounds like a top student. Mei Ling say, Jane, let me help you. How do you think Mei Ling help her?
Solving the
How? X plus 5 squared is equals to, well, special identity? Yes. Special identity doesn't mean, I know you texted me and you asked me, special identity, is it all square? Remember?
it's square.
It
but
is
it's
square
not
if you are factorizing. You understand what I'm saying now? This is not square,
But
but this is what? You only need to see if it's square. Okay. When you see square, right? Listen, listen. If it's like that, if it's you are trying to factorize, the numbers need to be square. You understand? If you are trying to expand, the numbers don't need to be square. As long as it's in the same format. For example, I don't care. I don't care what is it. You look at my screen. You get what I'm trying to say? All of these are special identity.
yeah, because it's in the bracket.
Yeah, it's in the bracket.
Square,
Correct.
So it's basically a square.
Correct. You get what I'm trying to say? But when you factorize, it's different. When you factorize, you know why? You see, for example, x squared minus 64 squared. Sorry, 64. Yeah, so you need to go and square root, ma. So you need it to be a square. If not, you square root a non-square number, what happens? You get a decimal. You get what I'm trying to say? For this part, you can watch this video that I'm going to attach here.
Okay.
Should be here. If it's not here, you go and search. Okay. So, x squared plus 2 bracket x 5 plus 5 to the power of 2. X squared, very good. I'm proud of you. 10x plus 25. Agree or disagree? All right, so you are showing to Jane. You say, Jane, listen to me. Can see? Can see? How do you explain it? How do you explain it? You already show, ma. True? And you must put CM, huh? But how do you explain it? Keyword is how do you explain it?
No, bracket x plus 5 bracket square. That like the equal and the or the just not equal to
Oh, yeah, sure.
x square plus 5.
Sure. And you say, you can also say like Jane has to use something called special
Okay.
identity. You get what I'm trying to say? You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Okay. Now, the points, so there are 2 points, right? Now, key thing, right, I tell my students is this, that you have to understand what it means when something lies on the line. You get what I'm trying to say? I tell my students always, right, that let's go for an expedition or let's go for a mountain climbing trip, okay? Now, teacher Joseph is over here, right? So this is Joseph. Okay, this is called Alan and this is called Barnabas. Can you understand? Now, all 3 of us will experience the same kind of steepness because we are all on the same path or same track. You get what I'm trying to say? Same thing over here. Okay, this analogy may be the not the best analogy, but okay, as long as it gets the point across. Now, A and B is seated on this line called x plus 2y equals to 8. Agree or disagree? So they should share or in fact experience something the same. Agree or disagree? Right? Yes. So what's my A? My A is what? A comma 0, correct or not? What's my B? My B is what? 0 comma B. Agree or disagree? All right. And they tell us that they want us to find the value of A and B. True? So how are you going to go about this? Very simple. The first thing you want to do is to go and find A first. Is that okay? Can we find A first, which is this one over here? We are going to say sub A bracket A comma 0 into the equation. Do you agree or disagree? All right, so what is it going to be? You see, you have x plus 2y equals to 8, right? We try to rearrange this. You understand what I'm saying? We try to rearrange this to fit to what we want, which is what? Y equals to mx plus c. Is that okay? 2y is equals to minus x plus 8. Is this something that you can understand? I'm trying to achieve y equals to mx plus c. Can you understand or don't understand? I'm trying to achieve this. Does it make sense to you? Can see? Can see how I did it? All right. Why is it that I so confidently did this? Because I want to make sure that my, when I bring this over, I definitely have to minus, right? True? Yeah. So x always comes first, ma. Right? Then after that, sorry, m always comes first, then x, then after that c. True? So this, you get to y equals to negative x over 2 plus 8 over 2. Can you understand or don't understand? Why is it all over 2? Because I'm trying to remove away the 2 over here. Does it make sense to you? Listen to me first. Y equals to negative half x plus 4. This is the real equation. Are you understanding or not understanding? Once you have the real equation, you can sub in the values. So what's going to happen right now? We are going to sub. What are we going to sub? We're going to sub a comma 0 into the equation. Agree or disagree? What's the equation? So this is, what is this? This is your x and this is your y. True? Y equals to negative half x plus 4. We write all of these things down first. Okay? And then after that, we're going to say y is what? 0, right? So 0, negative half, bracket a plus 4. Can you understand or don't understand? Can you understand or don't understand? Okay? Then from here itself, this becomes, you bring the 4 over. Right? Negative 4 equals to negative half of a. Does that make sense to you? Seconds. 1, 3, 2. Okay? Can you understand? Then what happens to the minus and minus? You want to cancel them away. Correct or not? So you get to 4 equals to half a. Agree or disagree? Are you understanding or not understanding? Then how do you get from, you want to find a, right? So you divide by half. Agree or disagree? Then you divide by half also. True? All right. So when you do 4 divided by half, what do you get? You get to an answer of 8. So that means to say the value of a is a. So this part over here is for me to basically do a rearrange to get to y equals to mx plus c. Can you understand? Okay, that is for me to rearrange. Now, the next thing that you're going to do now is, of course, we are trying to find 0, b, right? And it's on the same line one. True? So what was the equation that we had just now? Y equals to negative half x plus 4. Do we still need to rearrange? Because we have already done the rearrangement. Very x and y, right? Y is what? B equals to. So we are trying to find b, correct or not? Hey, teacher, you got 2 unknown, got b and x right now. Let's think. Yes. Oi. How many unknown do we have? 1 unknown. You get what I'm trying to say? And that is perfect. Am I making sense? Minus half times 0 becomes 0. True? Then it's a 4 over here. So b equals to 4. That's it. You get what I'm trying to say? All right. So this is way easier, right? Because you have already done the hard work in front. You get what I'm trying to say? All right. Good. That's very good. Now, the next one says what? Determine whether, that means they want you to check whether if 3, 2 is a solution of x plus 2y equals to 8. What does that mean to you? Whether if 3, 2 sits on the line. Whether if 3, 2 is on the line together with b and a. How do you know that? Well, you say 3, 2, right? Try not. So if 3 and 2 is on the line, use back the same equation. Do you realize that this is the unarranged equation? You realize x plus 2y equals to 8 is actually the same as this, right? True? Are they the same? Which two? This one? Can you see? And this one is the same, right? Yeah, so we can we have already rearranged it, right? Y equals to negative half x plus 4. True? Now what are you going to do? You want to check whether if 3, 2 sits on the same line. So 3, 2 is x here and y. Correct or not? What are you going to do? You're going to say y is equals to, you're going to sub x into it. And you are fingers crossing, praying hard that your y will be of what value? Yeah. Can you understand? Please, please, please make it 2. If it's not 2, then this is not on the line. Can you understand? Now you understand? You sure you understand? Is it 100%? 80? 70? 20? Cannot be 20, right? Okay. All right, so calculate for me, please. Thank you. Negative half times 3 plus 4. How much is that? 2.5, huh? You sure, huh? 2.5, huh? Confirm, huh? Okay, let's check, huh? Negative half times, you know what's the meaning of negative half times 3, right? That's 4. Okay, very good. So do you think y is, do you think so? Very good. So how are you going to say it? How are you going to say it? You'll say that? No, you say 3 comma 2 is not. Agree? A solution of x plus 2y equals to 8 because, why is that so? Okay, you can explain lah, huh? But usually we let the working speak for itself. You understand? The working will help us to talk more. You understand? Than your deep words. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not a solution of x plus 2y equals to 8 because y is not equals to 2. You understand what I'm saying? And y is equals to, can you understand or don't understand? All right, and that's how you would do a question like this. Okay, so you got to plot. You got to plot. Okay, how are you going to plot? Again, as per usual. All right, what you're going to do is obviously you plot, and it has to be a straight line. You get what I'm trying to say? All right. Okay. So you have -1. I trust your calculation. This -1. What is the other one? 4, right? Okay. Can you quickly plot it? -3, -5. So it has to start from the base. Am I making sense? Not the base, but the bottom. Can you understand? All right. -3, -5. This is the one. All right. Followed by -1, -2. -1, -2. That is the next one. Followed by 1 and 1. This is the next one. Followed by 3 and 4. This is this one. Can you understand? Can you understand? All right, then you want to connect the dots. Can you see? Okay, sorry, mine is not straight. Remember, Chloe, always remember to put in your values. 2y equals to 3x minus 1. Always remember to put in the values. Is that okay? All right, always remember to put in the values. Is that okay? Okay, so then use your graph. Use your graph to find when y equals to 2.5. Did you go and draw your y first? Y equals to 2.5. You didn't draw, then it's not counted. 2.5 is here. Where's y? Sorry, I apologize. That's not even y, right? Where's y? Y is where? Y is here, right? Correct now. 2.5 of y, which is this part over here. Does it make sense to you? So you draw a line like that and you see where it hits. Very good. I love what you said, which is 2. Make sense or don't make sense? Okay? Okay, so then you have to write down this is x equals to -2. Does it make sense to you? That is the equation. Teacher Joseph, wait a minute. X? No, sorry, I apologize. It has to be y equals to +2. Why did I even say -2? I don't know. All right, you get what I'm trying to say? Y equals to 2.5. Can you understand or don't understand? You understand or don't understand? Okay, next question. Read the question for me. Okay, you have to draw that first. You have to draw that first. Okay, very good. Then you must always make sure you write down y equals to -2.5 according to the question. Can? Understand? And it hits where? It hits right here. Make sense? Okay, more importantly, next one. By drawing a suitable line in the graph, solve the simultaneous equation. Can I ask you, where is this from? Think about it. The first one. Very good. That means you have already drawn it. True or not? So the second thing, or in fact, the next line that is missing is really just which one? This one over here. Do you understand or don't understand? X equals to -2. Where is x equals to -2? You have to draw that out. Where is that? Good. So draw has to be vertical. Can you understand? I apologize for the horrible drawing. Can you help me to make sure you have a ruler and then you keep missing, but can you see that this is simultaneous equation using graphical method? Can you understand? Where does it hit? It hits right where? It hits right here. Very good. D, right? 3 point, -3.5. -3.5. You get where I'm coming from? All right, very good. So you know that this is negative what? -3.5, right? Okay. So that's the question, right? Don't you think that this is about using graphical to solve simultaneous? Can you write that down as well? So at least you know what you're doing, okay? Graphical method, using graphical method to solve a simultaneous equation. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, all right. So then from here itself, what is going to happen? What is your x? X is negative 2. Very good. What's your y? Negative 3.5. Okay, and therefore this is your answer for this question. Okay, ready? Now, when you want to factorize, of course, what do you always have to tell yourself? When you want to factorize, you always have to you favor the bracket. Am I making sense? When you favor the bracket means, what does that mean to you? When you favor the bracket, what does that mean to you? You love the bracket, correct or not? So 6mn, you see two expressions. I always tell you, all right, when it comes to two expressions, what am I supposed to do? Two expressions, I always have to find the commoner. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, so we have 6mn minus away 24n, right? So what can I take out first? Very good. What else am I left with?
And
Very good. Sorry, I mean take out n also, right? What am I left with? M minus, say out please.
oh, 4.
4. Is that all? Yeah. All right. 6n bracket m minus 4. Can you understand or don't understand? Okay. Next one. How many expressions are there? Three expressions. Always three expressions. You always, every single expression, always take out what is common first. All right. Find the commoner. But three expressions, you always have to do something called CF. You know what's the meaning of CF? CF stands for cross factorization. But can you take out what is common over here first? Cannot, so that's why you just have to cross factorize. Am I making sense? Okay, for cross factorization, 7x squared is over here. Which one has to be pushed to the left, to the last column? Very good. Negative. Sorry. This is 8x only. You understand? If there's a negative, you must push the entire thing. Can? Now the next question says to show. So what type is this? This is type. This is special identity. True? Special. Very good. Type 3. Very good. Give me a 5. Very good. Right? Because type 3 tells us is a minus b, a plus b, right? All right, is equals to what? P squared minus Q squared, right? How do you show? Very simple. All you need to do is just say A minus B. Sorry, not A minus B. Over here, say P minus Q, right? So they funny, they give you special identity, but they want you to do double rainbow. You know what's double rainbow? Can I show it to you? All right, you're going to show how, whether if you're able to get to here. You get what I'm trying to say? Given this, are you able to get there? Make sense or don't make sense? All right, how are you going to do it? Well, very simple. P times P. P times Q. Minus Q times P. Minus Q times Q. Am I making sense or not making sense? You understand? Okay. All right. Okay. So then from here itself, what's going to happen is obviously you tell me P times P that gets me to how much? P times P that gets me to how much? What do you get to? P times P. Well, you obviously can see that from here, this becomes what? P squared, correct or not? All right, plus PQ. Agree or disagree? Minus Q times P that minus what? PQ. True? Right? And minus Q squared. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, very good. You managed to show, right? Because this part, you see, plus PQ minus PQ, that means they minus each other, right? So PQ squared minus Q squared. Can you understand? Remember to write down the word shown. Very good. Now, evaluate this without using a calculator. You know why they like to do that? Do you know why they like to do that? Because they're trying to see whether if you're able to understand what they're trying to say. You get where I'm coming from? Okay, what do you think is it that we have to do over here? Very simple. Listen up very carefully, okay? Listen up very carefully. Isn't this just 100 minus 4? 100 plus 4? Find something that is common first between 96 and 104. I say this again, because they want you to use a calculator. So 96, isn't it just 100 minus 4? Teacher Joseph, how do you know that? Because of the word hence. That means they want us to use this. You get what I'm trying to say? All right, so over here you can see 96 is such 100 minus 4, right? 104 is just 100 plus 4. True? This goes to show. Can you see this? Are you understanding? Make sense? So when you get to here, of course, you already know, right? Isn't this A minus B, A plus B? Right? Special identity helps us to speed things up, right? True? So this becomes, well, you do at the side. Very simple, do at the side. A equals to 100. Agree or disagree? I want square, right? How do I do 100 square? Huh? Sorry, how much? 1,000.
Wait, think of 1,000. My brain lagging. 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
So
Yeah.
A equals to 100. Sorry, A squared equals to, yeah, 40, right? Which is equals to 10,000. Can you understand or don't understand? So it's 10,000 minus away,
16.
16. Very good. 10,000 minus away 16 is actually equals to 9984. Can you understand? Eh? Can you understand? Then you press your calculator, you see whether if 96 times 104 is in 9984. Make sense? All right. Yeah. So that's how you do a question like this. Now, how do you do something like that? Very simple. Actually, this is very simple. It's just 4a squared BC, right? Over 6b squared and C. True? All you need to do is to ask yourself which one can be simplified. We always simplify the numbers first. You want to simplify the letters first also can, but I like to simplify the numbers. Can? 4 over 6 becomes? Both can be divided by? Yeah. Make sense? C and C can cancel away. True? B and B squared. Cancel the entire B. The B squared becomes 1 only. Can you see how I cancel the B squared? I just cancel the power. Make sense? So what am I left with? 2a squared over 3p. Can you understand or not understand? True? Okay.
Oh, this is good.
Okay, good. Next one, 15p minus away 18q, right? Over 10p minus away 12q, correct or not? Now, how do you solve?
It's 5. For the next one is 6.
What do you mean?
Like this and that.
What do you mean for the first one is oh no. When you see it's minus, right? You cannot. You have to look at this one. This is called two expression. So what do you have to do? You have to find the commoner. You can only cancel if they are. You can only cancel if it is what? No, if you are multiplying. You understand? You see that why above you can cancel and below you can cancel because it's what? 4 times a squared times b times c. The one below is not what? The one is 15p minus. You get what I'm trying to say? Take out what is common. 3 is common. True? 5p minus 6q. Are you understanding or not understanding? I'm going to show you a funny thing, okay? The below is also two expression. True? Sorry, not z expression. Two expression. And two expression, basically, we have to ft c. Agree or disagree? Can you understand or not understand? Okay, so then, of course, what happens now is that you're going to take out what is common. 10p minus 12q, what is common? 10p minus 12q, what is common? Sorry, say again. 2 is common. Very good. So you take out 2 first, right? And what are you left with? 6p minus away
6
6p
plus 10.
minus away.
That's 10.
What do you mean?
It's 10p.
Oh, sorry, 5. 5p minus away 6q.
6.
What do you see over here? You know why I can cancel over here?
That's the same.
Because it's no, wait, because this is multiply. Look at it. All right, it's 3 times. You get what I'm trying to say? Whatever that's in front is always multiply, right? Correct or not?
Okay.
True? Understand or don't understand?
So it's 2. 3 over 2. 8. No, it's 1.
Make sense?
It's 1/2.
Very good. So that becomes 3 over 2, right? They say as a single fraction, you can leave it like, as such, or you want to write 1 over 2. Can you understand? All right, let's move on to the next one. This is, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to ask you a very simple question. This is how many expression? Yeah, cross. Can you understand? All right, I want you to write this down. 3 expression. That means I always have to find the commoner first, right? But we have to go one extra step. We say cross factorization. Are you understanding or not understanding? Okay. Now, hence simplify. So it depends on what is the answer over here. Can you understand? Well, okay, then fine. Let's do it together. All right, 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. Can I take out what is common? I cannot, right? So that's the reason why I go straight into cross factorization. You understand? Which don't memorize, okay? Understand why is it that 12x is towards the end? Because, thank you. All right, this becomes 2x times 2x. Agree or disagree? 9 becomes 1 times 9, 3 times 3, so on and so forth. No, that's all. True? Okay, make some sense out of this. Of course, which one are you going to use first? Which one are you going to use? I would say use the second one. You know why I say use the second one? 2x, because I am already imagining it in my mind. This becomes what? 6x and 6x. Isn't that equals to 12x? You get where I'm coming from? And all of these comes with what? Experience. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh.
Okay, so we have something called, so you have to be exposed constantly to the same question over and over again. Can? All right, you can see over here, right? True, right? It becomes 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3. Are you understanding or not understanding? So once you get this, right, of course, what you want to do now is obviously you say 2x squared plus 3x over, instead of writing 4x squared plus, right, you go and write 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3. True? Can you understand? All right. Then from here itself, what is going to happen is that you are going to take out x. True? You're going to take out x, then you get to x plus 3. True? Can see? You saw what I just did? You saw what I just did, right? I took out what is common, right? True or not? Then what you're going to do is, of course, you're going to basically do what? Can see? What are you going to do? Hmm. Can you cancel? Cancel 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3. You get what I'm trying to say? So your final answer is just this. Your final answer is just this. Am I making sense? All right. Yep. So that's how you would do a question like. Now, in the next question, the question says that a rectangle with a breadth of 1 over 2q. Can you see that? That is 1 over 2q. Correct. So you quickly write down 1 over 2q. Correct or not? Right? What is the length? We don't know. What is the length? We don't know. Right? However, they give us an area already. Am I making sense? So how do you find? If I tell you the area, yeah, length times breadth is equals to q minus p over q squared. Can you understand? All right, my length, I don't know. Yeah, can you see that? All right, q minus p over q squared. Now, how do you find your length? Think about it logically. How do you find your length? How do you find your length?
Bring everything to the same side.
Very good. So when you want to bring the 1 over 2q over, what happens?
Divide.
Very good. So we got q minus p over q squared, right? Then we do what? Divided by 1 over 2q. Can you understand or don't understand? Does it make sense to you? All right. So length is equals to q minus p over q squared. Divide. We every time we see divide in very good. Keep change flip. Can you understand? You must add in these trigger words. Agree or disagree? 2q over 1. Are you understanding or not understanding? Okay, let me rewrite that nicely. Wait, huh? All right, that becomes you times 2q over 1. Does that make sense to you? All right, from here itself, you can see, right? 2q, when you want to multiply, you can see my numerator becomes like that. Become q squared. Make sense or don't make sense? Okay, try your best to simplify as much as you can. Which one can you cancel? Something has to be cancelled over here. You leave it as such. Cannot, you must continue to simplify. Can? Where did the what? M as in the meter. Sorry. The meter. Okay, never mind. Don't put first. Can you further simplify? Cancel Q, cancel this. Can you see that? Yeah. Why you cannot cancel the one inside? Because the one inside is not multiplying. You get what I'm trying to say? The one inside is what? Q minus. You get where I'm coming from? All right. So you want to cancel this. You get to an answer of 2 bracket Q minus P and then over Q meters. M means meters. And therefore, this is my answer for this question. Now, in the next question, right, you can obviously see that first thing first, yeah, so you cancel this and you cancel this. Both can be divided by 6, right? You get 3 over here, you get 4 over here, right? Correct or not? Okay, I prefer to write out. I prefer to write out. So at least I can increase the size. You get what I'm trying to say? When I increase the size, what happens? Okay, from here you can cancel things away, right? True. Okay, you can cancel things away. So 18 is over here, 24 is over here, so 3 over here. 6, 12, 18, 24, this is 4. True. Cancel A, cancel the square for the A above. Understand? Cancel the entire B squared. Cancel the entire B squared. Sorry, am I too fast? You get to 3 over 4. And then after that, 3 what? 3A, B. True? Can you understand? Yeah. So you get 3AB over 4. I see something beside your 4. Why is there something beside your 4? You know you have to cancel, right? Okay, Chloe, if you find it confusing to cancel like that, right? You cancel the number, right? That you are left with 1. Understand? You understand or not? Okay, next one. 2x squared. Are you okay? 7x cubed times 35x to the power of 4 over 8x. Can you understand or don't understand? What are you going to do now? What and what?
Simplify.
7 and 35, right? 7 and 35 becomes 7 becomes 1, 35 becomes 5. You scared you forget, right? You write like that. Can? Always cancel the number first. It's not too many things really. Can? 2 becomes 1, 8 becomes 4. Can you understand or don't understand? All right. X. Yeah, cancel the X. Cancel the entire X, right? Then this one you cancel, you write 1. Is that okay? Can you understand? Okay, I like to crisscross. You cancel the entire tree. This one you cancel, this one you write 1. Can you understand? Okay, this is going to be, I'm afraid that you are not seasoned enough, to go and spot out. Are you able to sort it out? Look at all of the numerator first. I always focus on the numerator first. My numerator is what? I'm left with 1x, right? I have a 5, right? In fact, I'm left with 2x, so it's x squared. Are you able to understand? What do you get? You work it out. You work it out first. What's your answer?
X squared.
Huh?
There's no X squared.
There's no x squared, really? Why?
Cancel it out.
You see how you have one over here, right? True? And then you have another one over here. True? Okay, I zoom into the original question. You see for yourself? Yeah, you see, that's why I say you have to be very, very seasoned to be able to see it. You understand? Okay, if you want, right, really, really, you must put a 1. You must put a 1.
Yeah.
Can? All right, the denominator is just 4. Is that okay? Practice, practice, practice. Can? There's no like shortcut to this one. Can or not? The more you practice, the more you are alert, the more you are alert, the more mistakes you make, the more mistakes you make, the more you learn, the more you learn, the more you are aware, the more you will score. Simple as that. Okay? It's just like anything in life. You understand? Okay. All right, next one. Let's go on to the next one. P3 over P to, sorry, I apologize. P to the power of 3 plus 5 divided by 3p squared. So when I'm doing this question, right, let's say if I were you, if I were you, right, I will be very, very careful with my cancellation. Can you understand? Okay, so in this situation, what happens is that you get p cubed over p plus 5. You times p plus 5 to the power of 2 over 3p cubed.
Cancel.
Can you understand? Which one can you cancel? Which one can you cancel? P plus 5. Okay, that means there's one of this. Can you understand? You can cancel the entire thing. You see, Ready? The one above, what happens? Okay, you work it out first. No worries, no rush. You can work it out. You can work it out. Work it out. Sorry, can you tell me? Chloe, are you able to tell me now?
Plus 5 over 3.
Let's see, I cancel this, becomes 1, right? Then I cancel p squared, then this one, like that, right? Is it? P bracket p plus 5. Do you have the p bracket p plus 5? You sure you have the p over there? Why is there no p over there? There must be a p over there, right? You cancel p squared, ma. You cancel p squared below, right? Are you understanding? Then the above you cancel, then you still have 1, ma. Did you write 1 or not? All right, then from here itself, you cannot cancel already. And therefore, this is your answer for this question. Okay, goodbye. Hi everyone, if you like this video, you can click right here for a similar video or you can view our playlist here.